Hi, y'all. This is So Blessed. Welcome to the Blessed Place. How y'all doing? Okay, I'm trying to see did they change something here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm trying to figure out what they did different because I tried to go live and it kept stopping me saying change my phone to portrait. So I don't know what's going on because I've never seen that message before. So I don't know if this is something new. But come on in the room. Come on in the room. Jesus is my doctor and he writes out all of my prescription and he gives me all of my medicine in my room. Come on, y'all, in the room. So, y'all, I got started working and completely, I wouldn't say I forgot, but I'm a few minutes late because I was over here working. Hi, Lois. All up in the blessed place. Come on in, come on in. I'm gonna see if I can acknowledge folks as they come in. Hi, Yvette. Living my best life. Good evening, good evening. Um, I'm trying to figure out what's going on here because, like I said, I was getting ready to go live, and my message from YouTube was like, turn your phone to portrait, and I have my phone vertical here, but I'm used to having it horizontal. So I don't know if this is the new thing on YouTube or what. But come on, y'all, in the room, and we're gonna get started. I was talking earlier. I did a video earlier with Sean Heineman, and his brand is um, "It's Scary to Remarry." That's his brand. It's Scary to Remarry. And so Sean and I did a video, and you all will see that sometime later on. So after I was finished doing that video with Sean, then I went back to work. I started doing some work, and I was all caught up in work and looked, and it was 9:31 or 9:32. I said, "Oh Lordy, I got to put this work away and get to my blessed ones." So we're just gonna have a little chit chat. I don't have anything written down tonight because I'm just gonna kind of talk about something that Sean and I was talking about, and a good question that he presented to me, and we're gonna talk a little bit about it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started because I tell y'all every week that we not gonna be here an hour and something, and every week we're here an hour and something. But tonight, y'all, I need a little downtime because I worked all day and then went straight into talking to Sean, then went back to work, and now I'm here in the blessed place, which I am so happy to be, and I'm so happy that you all are here with me. I just can't tell you what it means that you all look forward to this and y'all be right there on it. Guess who made it on time tonight? Yes, Lady NJ, you made it on time. So let's talk about this question that Sean presented to me when I did his Zoom. We did Zoom for his YouTube channel. Again, I encourage you to go over and check Sean out. It's Scary to Remarry. He does a lot of love, marriage, relationship, dating type things, and especially if you have been married and you're looking to remarry, his brand may be very advantageous for you. And he's a real cool, nice guy, man of God, and all of that. So in that Zoom that I had with him, he asked, "D, do you think that why do you think that men what keeps men from wanting to become husbands?" I think that's how he presented it. What keeps men from wanting to become husbands? And I told him, okay, the ladies might get mad at this, but we are the ones that keep men from wanting to be husbands. Because I think in general, and I'm only speaking in generalities here, I think men of a certain age, we're not talking about grown boys, but men of a certain age want to be married. There are benefits in marriage, especially for men. Yes, women, we have our benefits. Especially if it's a good man, we have sometimes there's financial benefits. There's security. There's partnership. There's all kind of benefits, but I think men recognize the benefits of marriage. So I believe that men in general do want to be married. But what hinders men from wanting to be married? Us women, and the vibe that we give off. The now sometimes it's responsibility. Sometimes men don't want to be responsible, a responsible husband, or accountable to a woman or one person, and sometimes that's it. But sometimes we deter men from wanting to be married because of several things. And the way I explained it was that no one wants to feel institutionalized. And you've heard of marriage being called institution. Marriage is an institution. And not too many people, when you think of institution, yeah, there are some really great institutions, but most of the time when you think of institutions, you think something that's binding, something that's restrictive. You think of not being free. And a lot of times that's the way men are feeling, that if they were to marry, they will not be free. They'll be locked down. And I don't mean free to cheat or free to have all kinds of women or free to have sister wives. I just mean emotionally, they don't feel free, but they feel too like they're too much responsible for our happiness, too much responsible for um, our emotional baggage, too much responsible for um, getting it just right, being perfect. And that's where we have to take that stigma away. And because when a man feels comfortable, um, supported, um, not feel like the responsibility of the whole onus is on him to um, to be all and end all, then he feels free to, and he understands the advantages, the advantages of wifing you. um, but anyways, so we'll talk a little bit more about that, but I don't want to totally cover everything that I already said, because that video will be coming out sometimes when Sean is all done with whatever he's going to do with the video, and he sends me some of it. You all are going to see that, but I just want to give you a little teaser of what we talked about and what you can look forward to. Oh yeah, my lips. I guess because I've been talking. But first, I talked to my coworker for a while. Then I talked to my boss for a while. Then I talked to. Um, I'm looking for my purse down here. Then I talked to Sean for a while, and ooh, I need a little. I need some water and some Vaseline. But anyways, so that's just a little bit about what we talked about. But I'm not gonna go over it all because I want you to be able to watch that video and enjoy it and not be redundant. But what I wanted to do tonight though was a lot of times we don't get to dialogue. I don't get to answer the questions because I'm busy talking about my topic. So I want to be able to answer any questions that you may have, or talk about any topics that you may have, and we can talk about that. So here's a chance that you can pose a question or pose a topic or make a statement about something. Especially now that I know how I can scroll the comment and read everything. So let's go. Give me some question, topic, statement, etc. And while I wait on you all with that, I'll just talk a little bit about. Um, Hi, good evening, me, myself, and more. Good evening, welcome, welcome. And I'll just talk a little bit about um, when it comes to marriage and uh, anticipating anticipating marriage and what you're looking for in a man when it comes to marriage, because one of the questions that was posed, or one of the topics that we talked about, was why is it that uh, we're missing each other when it comes to, there are men, there are good men who want wives, and then there are women who want husbands, and why are we missing it? And one thing we talked about was we're missing it because sometimes we don't know what a good woman is or a good man is. And I feel like, especially as women, sometimes we don't know what a good man looks like, because I think our view and our perception is skewed by social media and media in general. And we can miss out. And some of you have said in this room that you were younger and you had a good man and you didn't know how to appreciate it and you didn't know what to do with that. And you since learned, now you've matured into knowing what a good man is. And so sometimes, yeah, yeah, that's true. Like Lady NJ said, that's true. Is that sometimes we miss what a good man is. And much as I love social media, y'all, I love social media, but social media have us so skewed and so messed up, and so just not understanding about real love and real relationship. You can have a man who wants to build a relationship, who wants to pursue you, and he's just in your sight, he's not exciting enough. He's not, maybe his look is not one that you think, it's not Instagram look, like I said, don't get me wrong, we all want to be attracted to our partner, but sometimes we have to expand what we consider attractive, because you have a man who works a good job or a decent job, a man who's kind, a man who's thoughtful, a man who's generous, a man who's loving, a man who's supportive, but he might not have the exact look of what you prayed for. And I'm gonna let y'all in with on a little secret. My husband did not have the look that I prayed for and that I wanted. I wanted a tall, dark drink of water, slim. I'm 6'2". My husband 5'10". I'm giving him 5'10". He about 5'9". But um, sometimes we have to expand. I'm sorry, I'm back and forth with these glasses because it's like I don't want them on my face. But then if you say something, I can't read it. So forgive me, back and forth. But a lot of times, ladies, I'm just encouraging you to open up your mind and your heart, as to what a good man is, and men, if you're out there listening, what a good woman is, and think about what kind of characteristics they have. And so when we have, like I said, I've talked to women and I've seen women even here in the lives who say, yeah, I had a good man and I messed it up. And especially, don't go claiming somebody who ain't claiming you. Sometimes a good man will come by and you say, well, but I'm talking to somebody. I'm going with somebody. If we still use that old term, I'm dating someone else. You might be dating someone else, but he ain't claimed you yet. He ain't asked you to be exclusively his girlfriend yet. He hasn't asked you to be his woman. I don't know what the terminology is these days. What do we call it? He isn't. So don't claim somebody who hasn't made you a priority. And I see women do that so many times. I see women doing that where they won't go out with somebody else because they're going out with this person. And the person that they're going out with, missing dates, not being attentive, not making them a priority, but they've made him not only a priority, but their one and only. Yes, thank you, Monica. Yes, you making someone, and it it baffles me. It baffles me, and when we as women we do that, we will turn down other dates or good men because I'm talking to this person over here or I'm dating this person. And the person that you're talking to or dating is giving you no kind of commitment, breaking, as a matter of fact, not only not giving you a commitment, but breaking commitments, supposed to, ghosting you. They contacted you Friday night and said, "Hey, what are you doing tomorrow?" And you said, "Oh, not much." And he says, "Oh, I'd like to hang out tomorrow." And you said, "Okay, I got to go get my nails done. I got to go to the grocery store, but I'll contact you when I get back." And you contact them when you get back on Saturday, and you ain't heard from them. And today Monday, and you ain't heard from them yet. But yet you would decline, an offer from a good man because you're talking to this guy over here who's ghosting you. And ladies, let's not do that. That's crumbs. Don't go for the crumbs. You are worth more than the crumbs. You are so correct. If given the chance, a kindred spirit can grow on you, and suddenly you look at them differently. That is so true. That is so. That's what happened with my husband. Yeah, my husband is handsome. And he's very handsome. But imagine, when I met him 35 years ago, he was handsomer. I wouldn't say he was handsomer, but he was slimmer. But he still was not my look. He was not what I was attracted to. Back then, like I say, I like the tall, dark, and handsome, and blue black. I mean, you so black that you look almost blue, and all you can see is your teeth. That's the way I like them, and tall and slim, and I want him to be about 6'4". But when my husband walked up to me in the club 30 something years ago and asked me, did I want to dance? He had already sent over a drink, to my table, and he was so smooth with it and so mannerable that I was like, okay, yeah, I'll dance with you. Even though in my mind I was like, I'm not, you short, and I'm not attracted to you. But then after we danced a while, we got to talking, and I became more and more attracted to him. And then over the time, we didn't marry until 20 years later. He became even more and more attracted to me when I got to know him. So that's how that works, because this body is gonna go back to the dust. But you get older, and you get heavier, and I'm 100 and something pounds heavier than my husband met me. But he's still attracted to my aura, my vibe, my characteristics, and all that stuff. So yes, you made a very good point that give them a chance. Give them somebody who you not so attracted to approaches you, or tries to talk to you or ask you out. No, you might not be attracted to them, but give them a chance. A date doesn't hurt. You may become attracted to his character, his kindness. Maybe I love a guy with some humor. My husband is so funny. he he is so funny, and it's like that's what I was attracted to. I was attracted to I was just attracted to he's intelligent. That's what I'm most attracted to. I'm so attracted to intelligence. Honey, you can keep your abs. Give me a man who reads. Give me a man who recommended. My husband recommended so many books and authors to me that who are now some of my favorite authors because he introduced them to me. Like J. California Cooper. She passed away a few years ago, but J. California Cooper was one of his favorite authors, and he introduced her to me, and she became one of my favorite authors. And so I'm just saying that those type of things are what attracted me to him. And it wasn't his physical. I eventually became more attracted to his physical. So I encourage you, ladies, give that man a chance that you're not so attracted to, because sometimes we miss out on what is a good man. Anybody else? Y'all know when I have my topic, y'all just be full of questions and statements and topics and and feedback. And now that I don't have my notes, and it's kind of, I was like, I'm just gonna see what the ladies want to talk about. I'm gonna pay attention to their questions or their comments or statements, etc. And y'all a little slower this today, but y'all know I can run my mouth. I keep on running my mouth until somebody says something. So just waiting. Okay, well, I'm gonna keep on. Like I said, it's, oh my goodness, time go by so fast when you're having fun. It's almost 21 minutes, and I'm not staying here an hour. It'll be an hour before you know it. Um, but yeah, so relationships, when it comes to, oh, you're taking it all in tonight. You're taking it all in. So, ladies, one of the things too, I talked about. Like I said, I don't want to rehash everything we talked about, because I want you to be able to watch that and enjoy it and it not be redundant. But some of the things that we talked about so resonates, with me. We talked about how um, women, how we when we're dating, how we think that we're doing all the right things to draw a man to us, but a lot of times we're not. How do you keep the spark alive in marriage? Oh, okay, me, myself, and more. How do you keep the spark alive in marriage? Well, first of all, what's the difference from dating opposed to courting? Oh, from courting opposing to dating. I don't know. I'm gonna scroll back up, but um, let me. Oops, my daughter said, "Keep your finger out of the keep your finger out the camera." Keeping the spark alive in the marriage. I would say you gotta like your partner, and and even if you don't say like your partner at times, you fake it till you make it. But it helps to, keep the spark alive when you like your partner and you're friends with your partner. And when you like your partner and you're friends with your mate, um, you want you don't just go by your feelings, because our feelings ebb and flow. Our feelings, sometimes you don't feel like you're in love, or you don't feel like keeping the spark alive. You don't feel like doing something, and so we have to keep our feelings out of it, and we have to say, what is it that you want? I desire a marriage with some spark, with some fire. I desire more romance. So you have to make a decision on what it is that you desire, and then do little things. Do little things, and one thing you have to do is pay attention. You have to pay attention. What is it that you can't keep the spark alive by trying to feed your husband or your mate what you like, because you may say, you know what you want to keep the spark alive, but what does he want? What would keep the spark alive for him? Would some lingerie and some 3-inch high heel shoes keep the spark alive for him? And you might be like, that's not what I want to do. Or or some, look for some games that you all can play, or would a game irritate him? Or so you got to look at what kind of things that he likes, and that's from paying attention to what sparks him, what gets him going. I'm late for a lady, but you look beautiful. And ladies, hello everyone. Hi Krista. Hi, welcome. We're just y'all just talking about all things relationship. Yes, know each other's love language. Exactly. So right now, Krista, we're just talking about, the question was asked, how do you keep the spark alive in marriage? But yes, that Monica, that's sure enough true, is that, oh, I'm saying Monica, I don't think it was Monica. But anyway, but saying keep the spark alive by knowing each other's love language. Yes, you have to know each other's love language, and like I was saying, what sparks your mate, because the same things might not spark what sparks me in marriage may be, my husband, um, I would say my husband planning a date. My husband is not one that plan dates, and so he he's got all his good stuff, but he's not one that's gonna really plan a date. So anytime when we going out on like a date or whatever, it's basically I'm gonna plan it. But that is what would spark things for me. If he say Friday night, March 18th, get dressed nice. I'm taking you somewhere, and and he plans something. I know one time he enlisted the help of my sister and got me some concert tickets to country music and weekend at a very nice hotel, and that did it for me. So, but this the same thing is not going to spark for him. So it's knowing each other's language, paying attention to what sparks your mate, and doing that thing even though it might be something that you don't like or don't feel like doing. And a lot of times we know we just don't want to do it. It's like, I don't feel like doing this, or this just doesn't do it for me. But we have to get out of self. It's not about what does it for you; it's what does it for him. Yeah. And I'm just gonna tell the truth. I don't know when the last time I had on some lingerie. I'm just telling the truth. And I don't know. I don't know when last time I had on some lingerie. I'm talking about years and years and years and years. But I don't, or at least I don't think so. I don't think that really sparks the romance for my husband. I mean, if it does, he ain't never. I've never, I've never gotten the feeling that that sparks it for him. But if I thought so, and then I would be like, oh well, let me get me some lingerie and some 3-inch heels. So, now someone asked what was the difference between courting and dating, and I really don't know. I don't know that there's a difference because I just thought it was just a difference in terminology. I mean, I thought courting was just something that people used back in the day, and dating is what we use. But if somebody else, I just love one-on-one time with my mate when I was dating. Yeah, yes, just with one-on-one time. That's what I like. And what gets it for me is conversation. I love deep, intimate conversations, and well, it don't have to be deep. I do like deep, intimate conversations, but sometimes me and my husband play the what if game, baby. What if? What if right now we $20,000 just dropped into our account? What would we do with $20,000? I mean, what would we? I mean, that don't sound like a lot of money, but sometimes, sometimes you can say, oh, what if we had 5 million? We do that too. But sometimes you just like, we can just get a quick little 25. What would we do with that 20,000? Courting is exclusive with the specific intent of for marriage. Okay, thank you. Courting is exclusive. You're exclusive with the intent of marriage. Okay, I can see that. Like I said, I just thought because to me, I can see that because dating is, I don't know if people use that word courting anymore. Like I said, I just thought it was just an old term, and I just thought it was an archaic term. But maybe people do use it as a distinction. Courting is you're exclusive with an intent to marry, and dating is you just dating around and going out and hanging out. So thank you for that, but I didn't really see it that way. Because to me, I see dating. Dating could it should be if that's what you want. If that's what you want, dating. I love talking to my mate and hearing what he is feeling inside. I know, Krista, that's what I like. That's what I love. Like I said, I love deep, intimate conversation, and then I love lighthearted, fun conversation. So I like having that balance. It's like I would not always want to just be deep, profound, but I like light-hearted, fun conversation too. And what if? And that, babe, what you think about this? And that. But yes, I love that deep, profound, intimate conversation, and finding out what's going on in their heart. What's going on in their mind, what's going on in their thoughts. I love that too. And that's what does it for me. So yeah, the the term courting is used still often. Oh, at white churches. Oh, okay, okay, all right. Yeah, I can see that, and I can see that definition being that because dating, you could be dating 5 or 6 different, 10 different people, but I imagine you only courting one person. Yes, I love. I was telling them, I think, Chris, before you came on, that was one. We have to look at what is attractive. A lot of time we're looking at just the physical, but attractive to me is when a man makes me laugh. It's like I love good humor. I love to laugh, and I love good humor, and I love a man that's intelligent. I just love an intelligent man. Um, well, my husband would say, "You love one intelligent man," but I just mean in general. I love an intelligent man. Um, what else, ladies? Yes, me too. Yep, yep. Crystal says yes, me too. And what I love too is learning. Uh, I would say it's like peeling an onion, learning more and more and more about your mate, because I think that's what keep marriage fresh. I think that's what keep relationship fresh. And this is one thing I told shared with you all a few times before, is that let let that your mate, either you're dating or even in marriage, unpeel like a layer of onion. Just unpeel those layers out there, because you know they should be able to go deep and just learn. You learn more about them, they learn more about you. But if you learn almost everything there is to know about a person in the first day or first week, they have no motivation, inspirations, incentive, desire to learn more and more and more and find you more and more intriguing. No, I'm not talking about mysterious where they can't get a I don't like those deep mysterious people that you can't get a good conversation out of, you can't find out nothing about. They're so mysterious. But what I'm saying is, we should have certain depths that we can be peeled, like I say, like an onion, where you're learning more and more and more about the person. So I love being surprised by my husband, by certain things that he know and can do. And I'm like, I didn't know you knew how to do that. I didn't know you've been there. I didn't know you did that. So, and that's where you want to be, where there's always a constant like intrigue, about getting to know you and learning about you. Hold on, I'm gonna look because I'm not sure if I missed any. Y'all, excuse me. I'm just looking to see if I. Okay, I don't think I missed anything. Okay. Who is? I think is AJ in here? I don't see AJ in here tonight. AJ, I'm used to go see all the time. So maybe she's busy, or okay. How do you read these comments now, y'all? I don't know how to. Maybe they'll disappear. Always love a man that can cook. Yes, I can imagine. Not my husband can cook one little lick, and I'm not much of a cook myself, so we go out almost every night. But ooh, if I had a man that can cook, I don't think that would be good for me. I don't think that would be good for me at all. Uh, okay, you guys. I'm gonna just give it a couple of more minutes to see if you all have anything else that you want to say. Like I say, I just wanted to talk about just a few little things, but I wanted to focus basically on your comments, and so we can kind of dialogue back and forth. Because I know sometimes I come on here with an agenda, and I just have my agenda, and I'm not always able to address your comments. Uh, Anything else before I go? So I'm a cook, but I enjoy my man cooking too. Yeah, I can imagine that. I know some guys that can cook, and Lord, I'm like, oh, I don't know if I need that. in my life. How can we overcome our own insecurities? Very good question. How can we overcome our own insecurities? I would say that you have to do the work. And first of all, it has to be an internal dialogue. And that internal dialogue, those words of affirmation, you have to know who you are. You have to know whose you are, and you have to remind yourself daily with those words of affirmation. I am strong. I am beautiful, and you have to. And after you say it so many times every day, 2, 3 times a day to yourself, that is just like when if you had a parent, mother or father, or you had a grandparent, or you had aunt, uncle, sibling, you had a teacher, you had anybody in your life who constantly fed you negative about yourself. You heard it and you internalized it and then you believed it. The same way you have to hear it, the positive affirmations. So you have to hear it and internalize it and then believe it. So you got to tell yourself, I am beautiful. I am strong. I am worthy. I am fearfully and wonderfully made. I am. So you have to say those confirmations. Find those confirmations. You can always Google confirmations. If you don't know them off the top of your head, Google some positive affirmations. Tell yourself those things. That's basically first and foremost. You've got to know who you are. You got to know that you're special. You're special to God, and He intends for other people to treat you as if you are special, and that as though you are His. You have to do the work as far as you got to be around positive people. You've got to find positive friends. You got to find positive podcasts, positive YouTube videos, positive print media. Whatever it is, you have to surround yourself with positivity, and that's how you build up positivity in your life. That's how you build up your self-esteem. That's how, and you have to, and it has to be constant. Like I say, it's a work, and you have to constantly do it to overcome your own insecurities. And yes, it has to be it has to be intentional. It has to be consistent, and eventually you'll start believing it. But also too, you do some things that you're really you're good at, or if you're already doing things that you're really good at, you have to give yourself props. Give yourself props for those things that you are good at. I know I can tell myself and beat myself about. I can't do nothing. I can't with my hands. I can't cook. I can't sew. I can't draw. I can't write. My handwriting terrible. I can't sing. I mean, there's so many things I can beat myself up about and delve into my own insecurities about. But then I have to flip that thing and say, but I can do this. Deidre, you can talk. You can engage with people. You have a magnetism with people. You can write. Girl, you know how you're excellent or at oral and written communication. You can manage. You're a great friend. You're a great wife. You're a great mother. So you have to combat all those negative thoughts and feelings with some positive. Because I know I'm a big girl, and my father was the first man that told me how beautiful I am, and he knew. Okay, and he knew I was going to grow up a big girl. Yes, yes. And I know that's where my confidence comes from is my dad. My dad always, you know, just told me, I say me, but my sisters say he told us, but told us, that we were beautiful, and not just told us, but showed us, So you have to combat all those negative thoughts and negative feelings and combat those and replace those with positive. And then you have to, like I said, do the work. There are certain things you have to do in your dress, in your appearance. If you have insecurities about, say, how you look, oops, hold on, I need to hold on. I'm closing my phone. Plug in my phone because it's going dead. Okay, my phone's going dead. Had to plug it in. Um, yes. Let me see what you said. Wonderful. Let me say, such a wonderful father you both have. Thank you, thank you. I miss my dad. He's been gone quite a few years. I miss him, but I thank God for what he deposited in me. But yes, you have to, and it's not, and you have to know that overcoming your insecurities is not going to just it's not going to just change overnight, but it's a gradual process. And that's why I say you have to stay consistent. You have to consistently say those words of affirmation. You have to consistently seek out um, those positive things. You have to consistently hear that you are wonderful, that you are fearfully and wonderfully made, that you are a daughter of God, that you are, yes, dressing. Oh, dressing will just. Sometimes people don't realize that you sometimes like see sometimes we're waiting. Thank you, Miss Matt. Oh, yours been gone for 2 years and mine been gone for maybe 12. No, I don't know if it's been that long. That's a shame. I don't remember, but at least about 10. I have been on and off insecure about something physical that I cannot change. Um, and when there are certain physical things that you can't change, it's like you can't concentrate on that. Look, I can't change. I don't care if I had a mole right here, if I had a unicorn right here, if I had a mole right here, I can't concentrate on that unicorn, that mole that's right there. I know I'm just, been a little facetious, but whatever it is, it's like I have seen. So the most beautiful thing to me is to see people with their flaws and to see their security and their confidence shine through. To me, that's the most beautiful thing. When I see women and men with the discoloration in their faces, or like I say, big mole right here, or missing whatever it is, it's like it just does something to my heart when I see that confidence shine through, because your confidence is not based on the fact that, I got this big knot on my head, or it's you have to know that your beauty comes from within, and when your beauty shines from within, it starts to be physical. Your beauty becomes physical when it shines from within. And when your confidence shines from within, then your beauty, your external beauty, even becomes a beautiful aesthetic. So yes, you have to just be um, consistent in your pursuit of overcoming those imperfections and insecurities. But yes, dressing better. See, a lot of times we think when I become more confident, I will do this. When I become more confident, I will do that. But no, you do that thing, and then that thing starts to make you become more confident. So you say, when I become more confident, I will go out into the world and do this and that. No, you go out into the world, and once you do it, you become more confident. You say, when I become more confident, I'll dress better. No, you dress better now, and dressing better, and better is subjective, because better is whatever is better than what you're doing now. You don't have to dress like Deidre. You don't have to dress like that person, like that person. But hey, look at Instagram. Look, if you're a big girl, go to Instagram. If you don't know how to dress, go to Instagram and go to unpretentious plus. Unpretentious. You don't know how to spell it, go to Google and say unpretentious, and they'll show you how to spell it. But unpretentious plus on Instagram. If you're a big girl like me, or close to being a big girl like me, and you just don't have a clue. I don't know how to dress. I don't have a clue of how to dress. Go there and look at my page and duplicate some of the styles. And then there's thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of other plus size or regular size, whatever size you are. But I say look at someone who's similar to you. If you have insecurities and you want to know how to dress better, and you're a size 22, don't go look and see what a size 2 girl is wearing. Look and see what a size 22, 24, 26 girl is wearing. But yes, those you dressing maybe because I love fashion. I love fashion, but I always feel a little something when I'm like, ooh, yeah, girl, you looking good today. It's like I just love, and dressing better makes you even feel better. And like I said, if you don't remember anything else, like what I said about securities and insecurities, don't wait till you become more secure to go and do things. You go do the thing, whether it's dressing better, whether it's applying for certain jobs that you want or certain career that you want, or whether it's going to certain activities, whether it's joining certain groups or clubs or whatever. You do the thing, and once you do the thing, you become more secure and less insecure. So please, please, please remember that. Don't wait until you become more. You're not going to sit at home and become more secure. You're going to become more secure by getting out into the world and doing those things that you enjoy and seeing how people respond to you in that environment. Great question. Great question. Anything else before I go? Any other question? Topic? Y'all just try to keep me here for an hour. I cannot believe how fast time go by when I'm with y'all. Love it. That means I'm enjoying it and having fun. Okay, you guys. All right. If there aren't any other questions or comments or statements, I just want to tell you I appreciate you all being here. Um, I really, really, really thank y'all and enjoy you guys. Oh, excuse me. And I invite you all again to come on over and see me at So Bless One on YouTube. Well, on YouTube, y'all here on YouTube. So Bless One on Instagram, and I also have a fashion page, Unpretentious Plus, and I also have a page on Instagram to help you become more likable, and it's called My Likability Factor. Oh no, shoot, that's not it. My likability coach. I think I'm in a good place. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's awesome to be in a good place emotionally. Thank you. So again, what's a good place for singles to hang out while waiting for that special man to find you? Hey ladies, hi, super late. AJ, I was talking about. I said AJ is not here tonight. I enjoyed it. Thank you, Krista. Um, but I'm gonna answer this last one before I go. But I was looking for you, AJ. Glad you came. And even though hey, you came a little later, I appreciate it. My daughter is seeing a guy that is always having a problem. Uh huh. Oh, well, sometimes we have to learn on our own. Because sometimes we can't tell them nothing, especially these daughters. Sometimes we can't tell them nothing. But for a single person to find, I say you got to get out there and live life. Number one, online. I think online is very good. Being around her family. Oh, okay. I think online dating is great. But you have to know how to weed out the bad. That's number one. I think online. Uh, I know you will. Thank you. AJ said she'll catch the replay. But uh, other than online, I say you gotta get out there and live life. You gotta get out there and enjoy life. And I say this so many times because we know, of course, pandemic had a lot of us, in the house, probably the whole world in the house. But the doors to the world is kind of opening up. I did eat Harmony a while back and met some great people. Yeah, AJ, yep. And a lot of times you can meet great people. It doesn't mean that you can always be a match, but they're great people. But yeah, online, I know a lot of people who have met their mate. My sister Danica met her husband on Facebook dating. I have a cousin. They've been married for I don't know how long, 12 years or so. They met on a dating app. It was an interracial dating app. Uh, so many stories. So many people met their mates online. Um, but other than online, I keep reiterating you got to get out there and live life. And when I say that, what I mean is Sometimes we're such homebodies, and we think we're gonna meet somebody being at home. Except for online, yes, you can meet somebody at home if you're online. But if you're not on an online dating app, you're not gonna meet anyone just going to work, church, home, work, church. You got to get out there and go to some museums and some festivals and some cruises and some sporting events and some house parties and some church activities and some what are they church conferences and some what other kind of places go to doing some volunteer work, going to community events, especially community events. There's always some community events. If you're looking on Facebook, there's always some community events. Going to those different community events. So you got to get out there, but you're going to do things that you enjoy or that you want to enjoy, that you want to expose, yourself to, and that's where you go and you can meet, people. And like I said, when you are out and about, you got to look approachable. You look nice, dress nice, look approachable, talk to people, smile, look around. Take your dog to the park. Yep. That's a good one. That's a good. See, I'm not a dog person. Never had a dog before, so I didn't think about that. But that is absolutely true. If you have a dog, take your dog to the dog park. There's always, the single guys go out to the dog park to let their dogs, play and roam around. Because normally, if a guy is with his, has a dog, he doesn't need a dog park when he has a family and kids, because the dog goes and plays with the kids and they go in the backyard and they play. But when a guy is single, he doesn't have that where the family and the kids run around with. So he takes it to the dog park. So that's an excellent one, AJ. Yes. Like I said, didn't think about that because I've never been to a dog park in my life. But why I got country on y'all? But that's an excellent one. But there's a whole lot. Y'all give us some more suggestions. And in fact, AJ, the rest of y'all, give us some more, some suggestions on places you could go, because I'm sure this will help anybody who's single in here. Where you might say, "Oh, I didn't think about that. I didn't think about going to an art museum. I didn't think about going to here or there." But y'all give any more suggestions? I'm trying to think what other kind of vacations, cruises. Oh, the zoo. Okay, the zoo. I haven't been to the zoo in so many years, and that's one place I want to go. Church, church conferences, and a lot of times, we have our own specific church, and sometimes we go to these little small churches and ain't no prospects there. But like I say, sometimes, you can go visit, another church. And I don't mean like on Sundays take away from your church, but they have all kinds of church conferences. They have singles conferences, and they have all kinds of praise conferences, and they have all look. You don't have to stay right in your little area, your little state. Hey, in Atlanta they have conferences, hardware store, and wait for a guy to offer you some help. Yep, yep, that's a good one. That's a really good one too. So, at work, look around and see who's the good guy. Who's the good guy at work? Who's not in all the women's faces, and he's respectful. But he's not married. There's no ring on his finger. But he's one of those guys who, yes, conferences are great. And so, Home Depot, Lowe's, yep, yep. So yeah, look around and see who are those who's that guy that probably is at your job. Been there for years. You haven't heard his name spread abroad that he's dating everybody in the plant or in the building. Yep. Friendly outings. Yep. Yep. And that's why I say, Get out there. And like I said, I know, it's modified these days because of COVID. But I think that the world is opening up. Get out there. Mm-hmm. Yep. Get out there and enjoy. And that's the thing, is you're getting out there to expand. You're getting out there, not just going, I'm out here looking for someone. Yes, I'm open to finding someone. I'm open to someone. But I'm here to enjoy life. I'm here to expand my horizon. You know. So yes. And I love how y'all talk to each other and help each other out. I just love, because that's a community. It's not just outdoor concerts. Yes, yes, community bands, jazz, orchestra concerts, festivals. Yes, I love the, although I'm married, I love festivals, and like recently I didn't go, but this weekend we had Strawberry Festival here in Florida. And at the Strawberry Festivals, had all kind of music and and stuff. Yeah, strawberry festivals and all kinds of different festivals, and bands. Yes, so I love live bands. They're having live bands all around at these different places. Yeah, I just relocated to Ocala, and I'm nervous. You're nervous. Yeah, yeah. Go just look for I love looking for calendar events. I love Googling and say, if I knew I was traveling to Ocala, I'll look for their calendar of event. And if I'm traveling to somewhere, and of course I'm not looking for any man or anything, but that's a good way to do it, is look for calendar events. Look for that city or city near you, and what are they doing, and mark it and say, okay, oh, they have a jazz festival, I'm gonna go to that. Oh, they have a musical. Oh, they have a comedian that's coming to town. You might not know the comedian. You might not even, but hey, I'm going to go see that comedian. And you're just going, and you're, like I said, enjoying life. And you just never know. That's the thing. You don't know where your mate is. I love hearing stories. And I'll ask people, tell me your story. How did you meet? That's one of the, if I ever meet with you all and we double date, or, I'm going to ask, where did you meet? How did y'all meet? Because I love stories of how did you meet. Because people have some really amazing and awesome and heartfelt stories, and it also reminds me to let you all know that you can meet anywhere. I've heard these stories of, I was at a concert, and the guy that right next to me, and we were both singing the song together. And I noticed he didn't have on a wedding ring. And he noticed I didn't have on a ring. And now this is our 10th year anniversary. We come back to the same concert every year. All kinds of awesome stories. But they all come from, and a friend of mine formed a movie group, and that's how I met Chris. Oh, and now we're planning. Oh, wait, look, see, that's what I'm talking about, AJ. That's what I'm talking about. Me too. I love hearing people's story on how they met. Yes, I love that. And yes, Crystal, you're right. I love asking people, how they met. And so now I just learned AJ's how she met Chris' story. And a friend of hers formed a movie group. And see, that's what I'm talking about. She became part of this movie group, or went to this movie group. What if she never, what if she's just sat at home and it's like, no, I don't want to go to this movie group. I don't want to be a part of this movie group, because I don't know, I don't feel like leaving the house, or I don't know those people, or I don't want to be around them, or I feel this way, that way. But no, you get out there and live life. She didn't go to the movie group. I don't think AJ went to the movie group saying, okay, I'm going to join this movie group because my husband may be there. No. She's like, okay, I'll go, and I love movies. I'll go, and my friend, yes, you almost didn't. But you're like, okay, I'll go. My friend started this group. Let me go check it out. Let me go support my friend, etc. So we might not always feel like doing something. You might not feel like going to the comedy show, or feel like going to the movie group, or being part of the group, or feel like, but you say, you know what? Let me go out and enjoy. I met my husband when I went back to school. And that's where you met your husband. Yep. Even though it was years and years ago, and I was out there in that world, and I was young, but I met my husband at the club, and it was just a divine connection. So I ain't telling y'all to go to the club. Don't go look for your husband at the club, y'all. I'm telling you, he ain't at the club unless God divinely appointed, and anointed and sent him there. He ain't at the club, y'all. But he might be at Lowe's. He might be at Home Depot. He might be at school. You might want to roll back in school when you're a non-traditional student, and maybe he's there and a non-traditional student too. You know, he might be at the festival. He might be at the art museum. He might be at the bank. You know, he might be, all kinds of places. So he might be the Amazon delivery man that keeps coming to your house 3-4 times a week because you love Amazon Prime. So, yes, taking art class. Yeah. So my thing is, you never know where he is. So wherever so you always want to, you want to, and I'm not saying you gotta leave the house with the hair just right, not out of place, and the makeup just right, but you want to, like I said, when you dress nice, it makes you feel better, and you present yourself better. Y'all, my husband, I was trying. Okay, I think most of y'all might have seen it. I was trying to see if I could get this picture of my husband. Y'all, my husband, we went to this party a little while ago, maybe a month or so ago, and my husband, we bought a new suit, and I got a new dress to attend this party, and it was an all black, like Met Gala type of fair. And y'all, my husband had a whole different attitude that I had not seen since we got married. I mean, it was real subtle and real smooth, but I said, that brother, know he looking good. He feels like he looking good. And he feels like $1,000,000 with his bolova. Is that really how you call it? His bolova on his wrist, and his suit, and his his neck bow tie. And I was trying to say, can I? Oh shoot, I don't know. I can't find it. But okay, you gotta go to, even if you don't follow me, but go to Instagram and go to So Bless One. It's public. You can see it. And look, I don't know how many, 7, 8 pictures back, and look at the picture of my husband. You'll see the first page is me and my husband. But look at a picture of him and then swipe and look. Because just because of the way he dressed that night, I saw a whole different aura about him. He was feeling good. He was feeling rich. He was feeling. My sister say, Brother, you look like that man who say, I don't drink much, but when I do. She said, you say, I don't get dressed up often, but when I do. Oh, he was feeling it. He was feeling himself. The meat department looked for single guys chopping the steak and asked him for some tips on picking out a good one to grill. Yep, that's a good one. That's a good one, AJ. So yeah, so when we dress a certain way, it makes us feel a certain way, and it makes us project a certain way. Yes, dressing is powerful, and it makes us feel a certain way, and then and those things draw. Draw people to us, draw men, men to us, and um, so that's what you do. Get out there and enjoy life, live and have fun. But you gotta be out there. You gotta enjoy it. And what I mean by enjoy it, you might not enjoy every experience, but you can't be out there all, looking all your countenance is just not right, because then you don't look approachable. Okay, ladies, now I'm beyond an hour, and every time I say I'm not staying on here an hour, I ain't did it yet. Okay, I'm gonna make sure that you all are done. Because I know having a conversation with each other, and I love that. So I don't want to cut that off, just in case anybody's still having conversation. But y'all see this ring? I love this ring because I love it's reversible. See, there are some days when I want blue, and then if I want some red. But today, for my little outfit, I wore the blue. And my little necklace, paparazzi. I don't remember. I bought it a while ago, but it's paparazzi. Okay, ladies. I thank y'all for spending this time with me. If you didn't get to see the whole, spend the whole time, I encourage you to watch the replay. Like I say, anything that I put up, uh, thank you, thank you, thank you. I thank you for saying that this is a blessed place because that's exactly what I want it to be. In this cold, hard world. Uh, Thank you. I enjoyed the video you posted this week. All right, thank you. In this cold, hard world and some dark places and the things that we go through, I want there to be a space for you guys. That's the blessed place. And you feel blessed when you come in. You feel blessed when you leave. And so I appreciate you guys so much. You all have a wonderful, wonderful week. And know that you are loved. You are worthy. You are wonderful. You are fearfully and wonderfully made. And you deserve all the wonderful things that God has for you. All right? Y'all be blessed. Thank you. I appreciate it. Say, I like the necklace you're rocking. Thank you, Shalette. Thank you, AJ. Y'all be blessed. Take care.